YouTube! Welcome to the Fantasy Football Perspective. My name's Lucas. I'm bringing you another episode. And my gosh, NFL free agency has been going insane. Every day, new trade, new signing. I mean, the trades have just been off the chain. And this league is getting crazy. Life's getting crazy. Heck, even in my personal life, Fortnite's took off building. My favorite game. I don't even know what to do. Life is just getting crazy, and I'm going to cover it all today on the episode. So hit that intro, drop a like on the video, drop a question below. I'm going to give you my personal perspective on everything going on. Circle back to fantasy football. Stay tuned. Hit that intro. YouTube! Let's dig into this crazy NFL free agency, crazy trades. We got to start with no other than Deshaun Watson traded to the Cleveland Browns. I am personally a huge Browns fan, and when I got that notification on Friday, I thought Adam Schefter's Twitter got hacked. I just could not believe what I was reading. Deshaun Watson changed his mind, decided to waive his no-trade clause for the Cleveland Browns. No professional athlete in anything I can remember has ever picked Cleveland. And the Browns not only traded for Deshaun Watson, but guaranteed him $232 million, the largest contract probably we'll ever see we have ever seen in NFL. And we gave up 3 first-round picks, 1 third-round pick, and 2 fourths. And we acquired Deshaun Watson, and I don't understand why we acquired a random 2024 6th-round pick, but whatever. But crazy, crazy trade, and in terms of football, definitely a major upgrade for the Browns going from Baker Mayfield to Deshaun Watson. When we're talking overall football, I think Deshaun's a top 10 quarterback, but in fantasy football particularly, he put up number QB5 3 years in a row, with an offensive line that rated on average 25th best in the NFL. So he was running for his life back there and putting up those crazy numbers. He has very good rushing ability. He averages about 450 rushing yards a year and about 5 touchdowns a year on top of that. That's going to bring a different dimension to the Browns offense that we don't have, and it's just going to open up a lot of stuff as far as play calling and just overall, offensive ability for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns also brought in Amari Cooper as a weapon. I still think they need to bring in a couple more receivers to fully get that package going. And yeah, I just couldn't believe the move was made. I think everyone's stunned. Deshaun definitely does have a lot of off the field issues going on, and I'm not really going to get onto that. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to let the due process kind of take care of what my opinion will be. If he's found guilty, he deserves to be, kicked out of the NFL, in my opinion. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let the due process go, and we'll form opinion as the process goes. So moving on, that was, in my opinion, the biggest trade in Cleveland Browns history. Maybe the biggest trade, definitely the biggest surprise trade in NFL history, in my opinion. So, another huge surprise trade came today. I'm sitting there looking at my phone, and it says the Kansas City Chiefs are granting permission to Tyreek Hill to start looking at trades throughout the NFL, and I'm like, well, that's weird. Next thing I know, he's traded within like 30 minutes, and the compensation for this was insane. He got a lot of compensation there. Let's see. I thought I had this up. I'm sorry. I guess I don't have it up. He ended up getting like 6 draft picks for Tyreek Hill, which is insane for a receiver. Tyreek Hill's not a young guy by any means, and he is that elite speed guy. And those are the type of receivers, those elite speed guys that do not seem to last as long as, the separators like the Devontae Adams, the bigger receivers, the DeAndre Hopkins. The speed usually leaves your body as you get older faster than those separation factors, the Cooper Cups of the world. It's like a first, a second, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. It was crazy compensation. Tyreek Hill's joining an offense with Jalen Waddle and Mike Gesicki, and they have, Tua has all the weapons around him now. But now you have two of the best receivers after the catch in the game with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, which is really going to open up that offense. And it's kind of going to mask the lack of arm strength that we've seen from Tua and Teddy Bridgewater, who they just brought in. They're building their offense around those guys, which is just so smart to do. Receivers like this do not hit the open market very often, are not available for trade. Very, very, very good trade for the Miami Dolphins. And they still have two first-round picks after that this year. That is crazy. And it's just going to be, here's the trade composition. 3 draft picks this year. 1 each in the first, second, and fourth, along with a 4th and 6th rounder next year. 5 total draft picks. Applause to the Miami Dolphins getting that deal done. Another trade that went through that's insane to me, Robert Woods to the Tennessee Titans. It's not that such a crazy trade. The Rams picked up Allen Robinson, who's a great receiver, and there's just not enough room for Robert Woods on that team, in my opinion. Now he's coming off the ACL tear, but they got Robert Woods for a 2023 6th-round pick, a.k.a. free. If you're telling me Robert Woods is worth a 6th-round pick, and this is one of those things I was talking about with Amari Cooper with the Browns. Like, why, if you have cap space, why aren't you throwing a 6th-round pick at Robert Woods? He is going to make your football team better immediately, and it's only costing you a 6th-round pick. I just feel like everybody should be throwing their 6th-round draft picks to get a player like Robert Woods. It makes absolutely no sense. And the LA Rams loaded back up. They have Allen Robinson, they have Cooper Kupp now, and I just saw breaking news, just came across my Twitter feed. The Rams are loading up again. Sources say 6-time All-Pro linebacker Bobby Wagner is visiting the team and has mutual interest. So you're about to add Bobby Wagner to that defense, who might be the best middle linebacker in football. Oh, man, the Rams are about to make a run. Now you have such a packed AFC as far as quarterback play, as far as just loaded roster. And the NFC just seems like it's going to be a cakewalk for the LA Rams to make it back. Yes, they have to go through, the Buccaneers of the world. Tom Brady unretires and comes back, which is just insane. But other than those two teams, Aaron Rodgers loses Devontae. How are they going to fill that gap? They definitely got worse, not better, through this free agency period. I just feel like the Rams might be a shoe-in for a repeat, at least, Super Bowl appearance. Maybe not a championship, but the AFC is going to be rough. And, a couple of my Bengals fan friends were talking, it's not a guarantee that the Bengals ever make it back with the AFC, the state it's in. It takes a little bit of luck. It takes a little bit of, you have to be healthy, injury risk. It's just a lot of stuff has to happen to get to that Super Bowl. And with that crowded AFC side, it could be a while before we get back there, even when you get the QB right and Joe Burrow, even when you have the receivers they have. It's a crazy life. The Bengals shored up their offensive line better than I can ever imagine. They have PFF grades of almost 75 across the whole board, and that protection is going to mean a lot in preserving Joe Burrow's health for the foreseeable future. Very, very good job for the Bengals, but man, the AFC is just so tough, and I don't know where to go from there. It's going to be a crazy year. It's just every day keeps me on the edge of the seat. I'm refreshing my Twitter feed every day. I'm sure you guys all are too. I can't wait for the NFL draft to coming up. It's looking like Malik Willis is out here throwing dimes left and right, and really improved his draft stock over the last couple weeks. And he might have turned himself into a top 5 overall pick in this next coming draft. So that's something to pay attention to. We're getting into that fantasy football rookie drafts, getting real close for your dynasty teams. So stay tuned. I'm going to have more content on that. I just had to touch base. I haven't got to talk to you guys in a while, and I was kind of giddy and excited to talk to y'all. I just can't believe these moves. These moves are insane. Keeps me on the edge of my seat, like NFL free agency always does, but this year especially has no hold been the craziest I can remember. Let me know what you guys think about these trades and went down. Let me know what you guys think your favorite off-season signing has been or trade, and drop a like on this video. I'm going to start being a little bit more diligent about getting at least one video out a week. I'm going to keep getting guests on. I went solo today. I got off work a little bit early, and I wanted to get this video out to you guys. It's crazy. It's just super, super crazy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I hope you all have a good night. Peace.